Hey guys, this is part 2 for this medium standard gem tree. I want to correct a boo-boo that I made in the last video, which I did write something about it in the description box, if you read it. In the video I said, each 8 stone branch had 3, and when I said 8 stone branch, talking about the finished branches here. I said each 8 stone branch had 3 stone branches and 3 5 stone branches. I meant to say each 24 stone branch had 3 stone branches and 3 5 stone branches. So if I didn't just confuse you more, I guess I'll get started. Just working on something else. My camera charged. Okay, so you should have 5 24 stone branches, and like I just said, there should be 3 stone branches and 3 5 stone branches that make up the 24 stone branch, and you should have 5 of them. So what you want to do is you want to grab 2 of those 24 stone branches. Get the other 3 out of the way. And you just want to stick them together where the twisted part ends. And then what I like, the wires will naturally split like this. And what I like to do is I like to grab the right side of each branch. You know, there's a right and left bundle of wire. I like to grab the right side of each branch and hold them together like this. You see what I'm doing? And then twist them like that. And it just makes for a neater twist. And you just want to twist until you've got them securely together. Then you want to set that aside and get your 3 24 stone branches that you have left, and you're just going to do the same thing. Sometimes the wires will get all tangled up, and you just have to play around with it so that you can get them all untangled so that you can twist them. So twist the 3 branches together once you've got them set the way you like. And it is difficult to twist because there is so much wire there. And you just want to be really careful that when you're twisting it, you're pulling down as you twist it. You'll see what I'm talking about as you actually do it, because let me see if I can demonstrate. So, pretend this is a piece of wire. When you're twisting the wire, you don't want to be twisting it like this. You want to be twisting it downwards at an angle. Because if you twist it like that, you're not going to get any length to the branch. So, if that made any sense at all. Just pull down when you twist. So it'll look like that. So once you've got that twisted just enough so that all the branches stay together, grab the one that you just twisted the two together. Just grab all the branches and then you're going to do it again. And there's always a natural split in the two halves of the wire. It's all tangled up. When you're twisting this, the wires tend to tangle on themselves. I used to get so frustrated when I had started making jump trees that everything was always just getting tangled up. Okay. Oh my goodness, wax paper. It's always the hardest part. There's just so much wire. And you have to go back and untwist the mess. Just like I said, the wire will tangle up on itself when you're twisting it. Now you don't want to go too long on the trunk. The longer the tree is, the more wobbly and unstable it is. So you want it to have some length, but you don't want it to be super tall. Otherwise your tree is just going to flop over. Don't worry about squishing this. You can grab hold of it and squish the branches like this. Don't worry about doing that because you're going to have to fluff them out anyways. Not going to hurt it. So I've probably got 2 inches from the bottom of this main branch right here. I've probably gone down about 2 inches and I'm going to stop right there, because I don't want my tree too tall. So once you get the tree the length that you want it to be, this is where your pliers are going to come in handy. Some people don't like to do the roots of the tree. I realize gem trees aren't realistic. They don't look like a real tree, but in a sense they do. You know what I'm talking about. So I do not like... I like to have the roots showing on my tree, like a real tree would show the roots a little bit. But if we don't want to do that, I know that some people will coil the end wires up in a really big ball and stick it down into like a votive or a dish, and then hot glue like aquarium gravel over the top. I just think it looks kind of cheap. But if you want to do that, you certainly can, but for this tutorial, I'm obviously going to do the roots. So once you get the trunk to the length that you want it to be, and I'm untangling the wires again. These wires are way longer than they needed to be, but that's okay. I use all my scrap wire, whether it be for my Tree of Life pendants or other crafts like my pom-pom spiders, so everything gets used. So what you want to do once you get the trunk the length that you want it to be, you want to separate these bottom wires into 3 to 4 sections. So I'm basically just playing around with it and try and get them as even as possible, because you don't want a really skinny root where it's only a couple pieces of wire. Uh-oh. Ah! Knocked one of my dewdrops on the ground. I think I'm gonna roll the camera up for this. Oh! I do not know what's wrong with my tripod. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh! Okay, sorry. I've tightened it a little bit. My camera cord got stuck on one of the levers. Okay. There we go. It's always a fun ride for you guys when I'm filming, huh? So I pretty much got it separated, parted out into the sections that I like. You know, I've got it looking how I like, and that's how it looks. And I'm just gonna cut off most of the excess wire, but I'm gonna leave about 3 to 4 inches to work with. Because you can always take wire off, you can't add it. Or you can always take length off, but you cannot add the length. Wire out of the way. So that's what I've got right now. So this is where you will need your pliers. You can try and do it by hand. I've found I get a more even twist when I do it this way. And I'm able to hang on to it a lot better. So what I do is I take my pliers and I kind of spread out the wires like this. Grab a hold of them. Clamp down, and then I twist the tree while holding the pliers, like, kind of reclamp. I keep my right hand still. I keep the, oh my goodness, hold on. I keep my hand with the pliers in it still, and then I turn the tree with my left hand. And I twist the wire like this. And for the roots, I over twist the wire, because when you over twist the wire, it'll start to curl like a root would. You know, it'll give it shape. So this is what you end up with on the root. And I'm just going to do the rest of them, and then I'll show you what I do next. And I like my roots kind of on the longer side, because when it's draping down a rock, I think it looks really cool looking. So this is what it looks like with the 4 roots twisted. Obviously I don't want it even this long, but I over twist it because like I said, you can take length off, but you can't put it on. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to grab a plate to catch all my wire. Can't have my puppies stepping on wire. So I basically just cut on I cut it off on the twisted part. At whatever length I want. And usually I'll do adjustments in length when I'm fitting it onto the actual rock. And then the ends of these roots tend to be a little bit flat. So sometimes I'll go back if it's too bad and just play around with it with the pliers. But usually it's not too bad. So usually, and I would usually use a rock with more shapes like this one. Like I said, I'm not gluing it on this rock. But when I'm fitting it to a rock, I would set it on and then bend the roots down like this and attach it. Then I'd wrap rubber bands around it to hold the tree upright. And then I would squirt E6000 under there. Once the E6000 glue dried on the base of this, then I would take off the rubber bands and put dots of the E6000 under each root, just to make it more stable. If you go back to my tutorial on the small standard gem tree, you'll see how I wrap the rubber bands on there. If you don't know what to do, or don't understand, I guess you could say. I'm just fluffing out the tree right now. So on these branches, what I do is I pull them forward like this, so that it doesn't look like an antenna. If you pull it forward, it looks, the individual little branches look more branchy, for lack of a better word. So on each one, I just pull the gemstones forward. I usually do this before I put the gem tree together, but I kind of forgot. So I'm going to do a little bit more fluffing of the tree. But basically this is what you'll end up with. I really like how this one turned out. I love blue goldstone. It's so pretty. So that's the tree. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to see other people's videos of their gem trees. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.